Hey, what's up, man? Coach Sean, Billion Dollar Blind Spots. We're here at Baha Mar in the Bahamas. Just wanted to follow up with you guys. Today's question was actually brought to me by somebody, and they said, Sean, what makes you so special? What makes your background so special? Why should we really listen to you? So years ago, I met a guy who had me and said, hey, listen, if you're going to invest any money in anything, invest in yourself. So for the better part of 30 years or 40 years, I actually went down the rabbit hole and hired hundreds of coaches, trainers, mentors to find out, hey, the secrets to getting successful and what I had to do to become successful. And ironically enough, every one of them had a different approach, had a different outlook on things. But one of the things that made it consistent was, number one, was they all had a schedule. Number two, they had a morning routine. Number three, they executed that routine no matter what was going on. They always did that same routine over and over and over. Rinse, duplicate, do it again. Rinse, duplicate, do it again. So what? And then the other thing they did is they always had a positive attitude, no matter what was going on. They tried to focus on the positive, whatever was happening. Even when there's the darkest moment, there's always something positive happening that you could actually extract from that moment in time and look at it and go, okay, what did I learn from that experience? Some of my friends that are one of my trainers, one of my coaches, and people that I look up to is a guy named Al Stasik. And Al is one of the bigger attractors, if you will, or business partners in EXP Realty. He has 11 or 12,000 people in his business group. I'm one of them. He's my direct upline. If you want to learn more about that, just grab a call with me and I'll actually tell you all about that. But one of the interesting things that Al says is he's got a philosophy of 100% zero. So what is 100% zero? It's 100% responsibility for everything that goes on and zero excuses. I'll say that again, 100% responsibility and zero excuses. So at that point, you take ownership of everything, no matter, even if it wasn't your problem or if it was your problem. I'm going to put my glasses on because I'm squinting now. But you can build a business on one actual concept. People think like, oh my God, Apple, they have like this huge corporation. They sell all these products. The reality is their most successful product is the iPhone. And if you look at the iPad, or if you look at the the computer, and the notebook and the PowerBook, whatever the hell they're called, they're all a version of the iPhone. So really, they're only selling one product. They really have one focus. But what's interesting is that particular product, they have hundreds and hundreds of different gyrations of it. And what you need to go figure out is, well, what is the one thing that you can focus on? Where's the $1 billion blind spot in your business or in your lifestyle that if we were able to change it, we can actually turn you on fire? So what are some examples of that? Well, first of all, do you have a morning routine? Do you get up at the same time every day? And more importantly, do you go to sleep at the same time every day? Do you go to bed when everybody else is still awake? For years, friends of mine have said, oh my God, you're in bed at like 9 o'clock, 9:30 at night. I said, yeah, I am. And I said, probably because I get up at some stupider time in the morning, but that's my routine. And that's, I was just always trained that, successful people get more work done before 9 o'clock in the morning than anybody else in the world. So if that's going to be me, maybe I should just follow what those other people are doing, what billionaires are doing, what millionaires are doing. Works for them, it's probably going to work for me too. So number one is the foundation. And people, like, when I first did the Billionaire's Blueprint and I first did the 10X Personal Success Formula, which is down, you can get a free copy down in the link. When I first put that out there, and I started to record it, and I wanted to share that with the people that are out there, one of the things I didn't realize was I would tell people, hey, step number one, make sure you're in bed by 9:30. The reality was step number one had like 9 parts to it when I broke it down, and I actually sat down and really went through it. What's funny is, it's not just get to bed by 10:30 at night, the 9:30 the night before. It's, get to bed by 9:30. Make sure you have your stuff out for your workout in the morning. Make sure you put your shoes right next to your bed so that you fall into your running shoes in the morning. Get dressed in your workout clothes so you don't have to worry about getting dressed in the morning. Make sure that you write down what you're thankful for and what you appreciate for that day, what happened for that day. Be grateful for that day and what you actually did for that day. And then write down what you plan on being thankful for tomorrow. What are your intentions? And if your intention is to get up at 5 o'clock in the morning every day, as opposed to getting up at 7 o'clock in the morning, actually tell yourself, hey, I'm going to get up at 5 o'clock. I'm going to get up at 5 o'clock. And people say, oh, it's an affirmation. You just got to say the affirmation, right? No. Affirmations are only powerful when they're inspired when they're injected with inspired action. I'll say that again. Affirmations are just repeating and repeating and repeating. You have to repeat them with some kind of energy in them. You have to repeat them with inspired action behind them. And something that's going to physical, like Tony Robbins says, take action. You have to, if I teach you something, Tony Robbins would say to us all the time, he goes, before you leave this training environment, before you leave this workshop, before you leave this place, put something in action right now. Put something in action before you go anywhere. And that was his training for us, and made sure that no matter what was going on, he made sure that we put it in action that moment, that time. One of the other things that we learned was, is having a positive attitude and waking up alive, excited, and full of energy. But you have to do that before you go to bed. You can't go to bed angry. You can't go to bed upset, because if you go to bed angry and you go to bed upset and you don't work it out, your brain is going to keep reeling, going it over and over and over and over again in your head, and you're just going to affirm those negative expectations and all those things that are going wrong in your body and your mind. Okay. So what are the things that, like, these people are taking a picture for memento, right? Hey, it's all part of the show. We didn't ask them to come in here, but it's all good, man. So what are some of the other things that you can actually do? Is keeping a journal, and keeping a journal of the successful things that are happening in your life on a daily basis. What do I mean by that? So we have a tendency of repeating over and over and over to ourselves the negative things that are happening in our life and all the bad things that are going on in our life and our moments. Why not repeat to yourself the positive things that are happening in your life and what you can actually do to change it? So for a while there, what I was doing was, during COVID-19, I didn't have other people around me to kind of remind me of what was going on, or what was good, or what was bad, so what I was doing was, one of the things that I was doing was writing handwritten notes to myself, putting a stamp on it, and mailing it to myself. And, we all love to get mail in the mail, right? We all love to get cards, or, we all love to get thank you cards from people and all that stuff. Well, what if you actually got a card in the mail that's, hey, congratulations, Sean. We had a great day today. We were able to help Mary and Bobby Sue do blah, 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 blah. Wouldn't that be cool if you can actually do that? Well, guess what? What I was doing was writing out for 30 days, what I did was I wrote myself out a note that said, here's what happened today, and here's what I'm going to do better, and here's what I thought worked out great. And I would write those out, put them in the mail, and actually put a stamp on it. I'm sure my postman thought I was crazy, because he would actually come to my house with the postcard, stick it in the mail, and it would be addressed to myself. And it would go in the mail, come back. And what's interesting is, when you send them out on a daily basis, ironically enough, come Saturday and Sunday, on Sunday you don't get mail. But on Monday is usually one of the hardest days for you to get going. So what do? Well, it's kind of cool when you actually look in the mail, and in the mail you get 2 or 3 handwritten notes telling you what a great person you are, and how powerful you had, and what a great week it was last week, that inspires you to action for next week. Except that on Monday, when it's going to be a challenging day, you're starting out from a powerful situation. So that's just one of those kind of sneaky little ways to reprogram your brain, or reprogram your mind. We're here at Belmar in beautiful Bahamas. We're kind of chilling a little bit. Want to just get that message out to you. We're going to be doing a bunch of different stuff. Sean Chalice, your coach, Coach Sean Chalice, your friend. We believe that everybody needs a coach in life, and we believe that we can actually help you to find at least $1 billion blind spot. At least $1 billion blind spot. We believe that everybody on the planet, whether it's an individual or a company, has at least one blind spot that if we can find it and we can capitalize on it, we can explode your business and your lifestyle and help you to become the next Donald Trump or the next, Manel DeMarcos, whoever you want to be. But we're going to show you how to be the cool cat and blow up your business or blow up your life. But you just got to find that one blind spot. And the way that you can find it, first thing you want to do is grab a copy of the 10X Personal Success Formula, aka the Billionaire's Blueprint. Grab a copy of it. It's free. Check it out, man. We'll see you on the other side. Sean Chalice, Coach Sean Chalice. Hey, subscribe to this channel. Get in it, get at it, and we'll talk to you soon.